Today we have another interesting edition for you here on Gist with 7 on 7 TV. Like the singer Akon said, life come and go, time change, and with the change comes a shift in ideology and concept. So today we are actually going to talk about changing perception to singleness and relationship. Has any of you noticed the perception change in relationship and singleness?
Things have been happening
Okay.
lately, and we've been seeing a lot of divorce cases here and there, and that has been giving us another perception that being married is a whole lot, and being single is like peace of mind.
It's dope, it's big.
It's like peace of mind.
Okay.
So those days, being married is like part of an achievement, and people are so happy in that. But recent with things happening now, and people being single is like a thing of joy, which I've said before, and people are now seeing it as if getting married is a big thing, is a huge thing, or
like a huge problem.
It's like it's not your happiness, like you're entering, especially for ladies. I just feel like getting into marriage is something, it reduces your happiness. I don't know, but I just feel that's what has been happening. So with that, people tend to be single rather than getting married. That's what I feel.
Okay, so Jomani, do you actually agree with what Jane Frances said, or you have something else to?
I don't know if to say I agree or disagree, but I'll just state my own point.
Okay,
you know?
Good.
If you want to notice what the perception is like, then you'll have to be talking to people of different age groups or age grades.
Exactly.
The younger generation, or the much younger generation, would see being single as not being in the zone, not being in the game, right? However, when you talk to a much older person, they tend to feel that being in a relationship of any kind, whether they're married or in some serious relationship or in some entanglement with some kind of person, that they will feel that it's some sort of border, to them. So I wouldn't come up, to just say that the perception has really changed exactly to fit into a universal kind of mindset or mentality. I believe that people are going to see it differently. Of course, priorities change with people as they are, as times change, as they get older.
Yes.
Okay, so most guys, you will talk to most guys or girls. I want to say guys because I'm a guy and I talk to the guys mostly.
Of course.
Most guys will say, "Abegi, what's up with relationships when I should be pursuing the bag?" You understand?
That's money.
And yes, and younger people would feel like, "Oh, I need to make money to show this girl or that girl," especially those in the secondary schools and stuff. The idea is to get the next girl, to show their peers that they are cool, that they are chic, to have the hottest girl in school, to have the hottest girl in school and all of that. So that really, if these guys if the older generation are pursuing money maybe for the sake of peace of mind, the younger generation is pursuing money maybe because of the clouds that comes with making money and the kind of influence that they have among their peers and friends.
Now I'm seeing the change in perception.
As you grow older, you begin to change your perception towards being single, and you begin to consider that singleness might be some way of having some peaceful quiet for yourself. Yeah. So whether you're young, whether you're old, I just think that the most important thing is to just do what is right and what's good for your mental health.
Exactly.
Provided that it doesn't offend your maker, it doesn't offend your neighbor and the next person.
Exactly.
But you.
Actually, I'm really enjoying what I'm hearing, but based on what you said, Emmanuel, aside age brackets and the age brackets, yes, are there other reasons as to which, the changing in perception comes up in singleness and also relationship?
Yeah. I believe that there are other reasons, and I'm going to be speaking to people in my age group and category, and I don't know what motivates the guys in the secondary schools
and Jenny
anymore.
will also speak in the female.
So I'm talking about even male and female because we're mature. I'm talking about the mature group, not necessarily male or female.
Okay.
As you get older, you understand that responsibilities come.
Exactly.
And, you begin to see life for what life truly is. So you begin to go for what really matters. And sometimes you tell yourself that you can evaluate and say, I am not ready to be in a relationship now until I have achieved such and such. I have bagged my BSc, my master's, my PhD, and then I can say that I am ready for a relationship. It's not a new thing to you. Probably people of our age group have been in multiple relationships, and they've been able to now tell themselves that, look, there is nothing really in this thing. There's no need for me to be wasting my time jumping from one relationship to the next. So I think that some of the things that would cause a change, and I think this is generic everywhere, you find that people, more and more people are beginning to come to a certain level of awareness about what to do with their lives. Asking themselves questions, what do I do with my life?
More like self-discovery.
Yes, and development. Okay, so they want to get better. They want to make more money. They want to be more professional. They want to. So it's all about just making your life better. And
so more like the more you grow, the more you get wiser.
The wiser you get,
and
you just let some things. You shared some things, and
I also think that one of the reasons why people can tend to remain in being single is it depends on what they have gone through or what they've been through, like experience and the rest. Like someone can go through a very bad relationship, and that can make the person vouch that I don't think right now men are something I need right now in my life. I think I should focus more on myself, my happiness, my well-being, rather than chasing after what I know will hurt me afterwards.
Do you know also? You know also that a bad economy is also
can shape your mindset.
Can make you decide that you want to be single. Because when you look at your pocket,
I like that.
You look at someone that
reality will dawn.
I think that goes more on the guys, because not for ladies. That goes more on the guys.
Yeah, well, no, it's a cause. It's a reason. When you look at the economic situation of things right now, see, everybody's under pressure, right? Everybody's under pressure to achieve. So when you think of the pressure of being in a relationship, to look, I have not sent money home, I have not paid my bills, I have not done this one. Now I'm looking for a babe. By the time babe comes, some of those things will actually make you, and it seems like over time.
Yeah, and I actually think that's for reasonable guys, because some people will think about all these things, and at the end of the day, they still go on and do what they want to do.
Well, they had
to choke them.
Exactly, but they don't care.
Not entirely. It depends on the kind of person that they meet. Hopefully, if you're blessed enough to meet a lady or a guy who understands that, look, it is all about your mental health first, all about your peace of mind first. So they decide that they want to give you as much peace as they can. Then they wouldn't really bother you, about whether or not there are people you would be with. You would not really remember that you have certain challenges, right?
Interesting.
Because they are not really coming at you with any kind of demand or pressure. That's why I always believe that when people go into relationships, they should try as much as possible not to be too expectant and not to be too demanding.
Exactly.
Right? Don't expect too much. Don't demand too much. Just be you. Be natural. And try and understand who the person you're in a relationship with is and what they can really do. Because certain things that you might be demanding of them, they might not necessarily be able to give it to you, given the situation of things at the time. And these are the things that some people will look at and consider and say, look, I don't get strength, I don't get time for all those kind of pressure. Look, let me make the money first. Let me gather the bags first. Ladies also go for the bag.
Exactly.
Some only guys who go for the bag. Yeah. So ladies go for the bag. So everybody goes for the bag. The bag has no.
And the guys also go for the bag. So you just have to.
Yeah, everybody goes for the bag. Yeah. So sometimes money is what's the big at the time. But beside that, there are just many things that can actually cause this change in ideologies and perception towards a relationship. But then there are those who have the negative perceptions and ideologies also towards relationships, right? So if you find a person who there are people who actually say, like, if you notice during Valentine period, you will notice that there's some kind of people who come out and then I think there's an association called Single People Association or something. There was an association like that.
Yeah, it trended.
It
was trending then.
An audio association. You just come out. They even have a president. There's this guy that's trending on TikTok who is the president of the president of the Single People Association or something like that. So people are coming out to be more proud of being single, as opposed to them when they used to use being in a relationship to oppress
people.
So now it's like the people who are single. I wanted to say we who are single. The people who are single are the ones who are now, living their life.
So the way you are saying, people who are single,
exactly.
Are you single? Please, Jomana, are you single?
Well, anyways, the way he's talking, it seems he's single. So if you're interested in
single people,
your mother is single. Guys, with everything you've said about singleness and relationship, do you guys actually think that there are benefits to being single to being in a relationship? Because Jamana said something that there is single something association. Everyone is coming out being proud right now for being single. So these are benefits, right, Jane? So I believe there are maybe another benefit or another this.
A lot of people are single, and I think this is based on the fact that they have peace of mind, and they tend to do more things on their own rather than thinking of how this person will feel or how this one will feel. Like, what I'm trying to say is that when you're in a relationship, there are a lot of things involved in it. Like, you have to start thinking about trying to check out on the person, trying to know more fact about the person, well-being of the person, and what have you. But while you are single, you have a lot of time to yourself.
Exactly.
That's what I would say. You have a lot of time, but that doesn't mean that you should be single.
and sacrifices attached to it.
Yeah, there are sacrifices attached to it. You have a lot of time to yourself, a lot of time to your family members, a lot of time to your friends, work, and sort of things like that.
Okay.
So
a relationship is being centered to one person and one person alone.
Yeah.
So it's like square.
Okay,
is it square? It's like no, it's like one from this point to this point. It keeps going. Jomana is looking like someone that.
I don't know about that, but what I'm trying to say is that there are a lot of benefits to being single.
Okay.
And I'm trying to say that there are peace of mind. You can get peace of mind.
Wow.
Like, you don't have to worry too much and having headache, or sometimes like those who have people who cheat on them and they love the guy so much and they keep on complaining about the guy cheating on them, that. When you are single, you don't have that to think of. You don't have that to bother yourself with.
Okay, so are you saying that peace of mind comes with being single, not in a relationship?
Yeah, but also
when it
comes to being single too, because you will be oppressed that your friend is doing well in her relationship.
Are you saying that everyone in a relationship do not have peace of mind?
No, they do. I'm just trying to say advantage to it.
Okay.
Like, that period of time you don't have anything to think of.
Yourself.
Just yourself.
Selfish.
You know what to do to yourself
without
anyone, or without you telling someone this is what I want to do. You have your own self.
Having your money to yourself.
You have your own thing, but that doesn't mean that when you are in a relationship, you don't also. It's good to share. It's good to do things. It's good to put your partner in anything you're doing.
Exactly.
Relationship is good.